My name's Tom Neal, and you train like a bitch. Sorry about that, but it made a good intro, so I thought I'd stick with it. Good title as well. That's probably why you picked on this video, to hear me talk about why you train like a bitch. What I mean by that is one of the biggest problems I see with clients that I'm training is they normally come to me and say, here's what I'm currently doing. It's not working, or it's not working fast enough, or whatever. And I'll say, okay, send me what you're doing. Send me your a typical training week, your diet, supplements you're taking. Give me an idea of how the cadence of your day goes, when you're sleeping, things like that. Anything else I should be aware of, injuries, blah, blah, blah. And we go through it, and I'm looking at it, and I'm 9 times out of 10, I can always pick things that I don't like in pretty much any program, but I'll look at it and I'll think, it's acceptable. There's often problems with it, but for the most part, that's okay. And then I'll go train with them, and they'll have their first session with me, and I'll be like, and what it is they just don't fucking train hard enough. They don't push themselves at all. And I see this a lot. There's going to the gym, and then there's going to the gym, and very few people do the latter. Very few people train their arse off. And what I mean, there's pushing to failure, and then there's just trying. There's just trying your hardest at what you're doing. And for me, that comes easy. I'll go to the gym. I'm spending my time here. I'm going to make it the most productive I can. I'm going to try my hardest. But a lot of people, I see them, they come in and they kind of curl the 12s for 10 reps and then put it down. Didn't go anywhere near failure. They can't sniff failure. Failure is on the other side of the Atlantic, and they are trying to get there in a little Cessna before they even get remotely near failure. They're just giving up. And then they go in the next week and lift the same weights for the same number of reps without trying. And it's just you understand, its core level, bodybuilding and building muscle, etc., is adaptation. It's the body adapting to the stresses of training. If you're not stressing the body out and you're not giving it anything to adapt to, why the hell is it going to adapt? What, you can be eating as much protein as you want, taking all the whey protein supplements, taking creatine, following the best training advice you can. If you're following the training advice, but you're not applying yourself at all, what is the point? There isn't one. So, oh my word, just train harder. And okay, you're going to go to the gym for an hour, let's say. For that hour, every time that you pick up those weights, you give it your absolute all. And if you're working on a program where you have a couple of warm-up sets and then a work set, then an attack set, then fine, warm up and don't go to failure then. But then when you hit that work set, work! Do your absolute best. Push as hard as you can. Don't be a fucking pussy about it. Honestly, I've trained with people and they have this dude was doing my chest workout, right? Halfway through the freaking chest workout, dude gives up and says, I can't do anymore. I'm we'd finished pressing, we were moving on to flies, and he's like, yeah, I can't. And I'm like, what? And he's like, oh yeah, well, we trained so hard before, my chest is fried. And he's right, his chest probably was fried because he'd never trained like that before in his life. But that is why you're not making gains. And the number of times you get someone with a fantastic physique and everyone says, oh, the reason I don't look like that is steroids. Dude's on steroids. Dude might well be on steroids. Maybe he's not. But either way, you can bet your ass that he's training harder than you. And everyone thinks they train hard. Everyone they're posting on Instagram the Dragon Ball Z Super Saiyan pics and everything like that. And I have a little chuckle to myself when I see these guys in the gym and they are being it's like a little lamb, prancing around in a field and like picking daisies sort of intensity. And I'm talking balls to the wall, one-way ticket to In 10 City. I think that's somewhere near Canada. You get my point. Train hard, lift heavy ass shit, hard, with good form, and just fucking go for it. You're spending the time in the gym, you might as well push for the results. My 2 cents. Tom Neal Fitness, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, coming at you on all kinds of social media channels, all kinds of social media gains. Catch you next time. Don't train like a bitch. So, there you have it. So 2 sets, 2 working sets that will